Okay, guys, real quick. I hopped on a little bit late with this recording and I was behind. But, anyways, let me go over this real quick. So, this is the online site here where I just won a property this morning. Here we go. Here, I picked up this property for the minimum bid amount of 17,510, which I had a really good idea I was going to, because when I went and visited this property, if you didn't take a good look at it, you didn't know what you were getting. Anyways, the county only has it valued at about 24,026. It's a two-bedroom, one bath. However, the market has it higher than that. So let me tell you what we're going to do with this property here. So these were the properties that I was looking at. 301 Norfolk got canceled. It had no exemptions on there, but it got canceled. So, we didn't even bid on that one. Karen Street was another one I was interested in. And I think Karen Street got pulled right before the sale as well. This one did have a homestead exemption. And I was kind of worried about this one because homestead exemption means that I can't, they can come back and redeem the home for up to 2 years. Um, and I'd have to go through some things in order to get like a quiet title on this. And at this point, there's somebody living in the home. There's no evictions taking place. I don't know how long they're going to extend that for. So I don't even know when I'd be able to get in there and start getting my $1,000 a month per rent. But this is how this one went. When I went and looked at this one last week, it had siding at 600. The interior paintwork was going to be about 2,000. Flooring was going to be about 4,500. Bathroom 2,000. Kitchen 3,500. Appliances 3,000. I had miscellaneous fees of 5,000 in there. Now I couldn't see if the flooring was good or not because I couldn't get into the home. I knew somebody was living in it. They were occupying it. I knocked on the door several times, but I couldn't see inside the home. So I'm basing this off of replacing 900 square feet of flooring. The flooring may be fine. The bathroom may be fine, but I'm still throwing that in there. The kitchen may be fine, but I'm still throwing that in there. And now this is for me to get it back up to rental shape. I'm not looking to flip these. I'm looking to rent these. Miscellaneous fees is just, man, anything that could pop up, right? So I throw that in there. So total, when we took that, I had 22,600 in renovations. I had $1,500 in taxes for the current year. Total was putting me at about 24,100. The opening bid on that property was going to be 13,685. My total investment was going to put me at about 37,785, or about 38,000. Now, the ARV, the market value, has this at about 85 to 90K in that area. So I said 90K at about 50% ARV is what I want to pick these up at. 45,000 is the max I'm willing to invest in, right? So if I take 45,000 minus 38,000, which is my total investment, right? The maximum over the minimum bid I'm willing to go is 7,000, right? So my max bid for this property was going to be 20,685, right? That was going to give me a rent of about $1,000 a month. I'd be getting a gross income of about $12,000 a year. However, I don't know how quickly I was going to be able to start getting this. I just didn't. So I decided not to. Okay. And then we went over to Mary. Now, Mary, the county had it only at 25,000. However, the market has it much, much higher than that. The market is growing faster than the county's kind of evaluating these things there in Corpus and in this area. There's fixer uppers in this area for this size going for about 40 to 50K. This one's not really a fixer upper. I went and visited this property. I got inside. This one had no exemptions. Nobody's living in it. All I need to do is get there, clean it up, fix some things, get the electrical turned on, get the water back turned on, and we're renting as early as hopefully March on this one, March or April. I do got to wait for that deed to come in, which takes, about 4 to 6 weeks. So in the meantime, I'll be out there cleaning it up. The bathroom renovations, when I saw this, it did need like a new vanity. I mean, honestly, I could probably keep that vanity it had in it, but let's throw a new vanity in there. There's some paint I was going to throw in the bathroom. So we're about $500 for the vanity and the paint. Kitchen had about $2,500. I did want to replace the kitchen cabinets in there and put some faux, countertops in there real quick, update. So I had about $2,500 for the kitchen. Appliances, I do like to put appliances in there when we lease, of course. So I had putting in there, a decent new fridge. We have a stove. I do put washer and dryers in there. That just makes for a more convenient rent, and you can actually charge a little bit more. Both the bedrooms did need to have the carpets replaced, but that's a quick fix. Landscaping, this was the biggest part of this project. You honestly could not see the home from the front. So we have a lot of landscaping that's going to have to be done there. I had it at about 2,500. It's cleaning it up. It's hauling it all off. It needed some fence work to be done. It doesn't need to be done, but I want to do some fence work in there. I kind of want to fence off the front and the sides. So I'm going to put some fence work in there, $2,000. I'm going to throw a new driveway slab in the front. It's going to just a one car. It's going to put me at about 1,800. This was a smaller property, so I'm putting miscellaneous fees in there at about $3,000. Opening bid was 17,510. Current taxes for the year are 17,000. Total investment I have on it is with the renovations, the opening bid, I'm at 34,010. That's if I picked it up for minimum bid, which I did. Okay. Here it is right here, 2712 Mary Street. You won this auction. I picked it up for 17,510. This is the website where you bid online for Nueces County. So all I did is here's my website to research the properties. More details here, right? And then here it is. I'm going to link to the online site, which then takes me to the site I'm on right now. And then here's my winning bid here. Okay, so 17.7 got rescheduled. All right. Well, anyways, we can go to auction results. And then we can see that of the 3 properties that were there, one of them got pulled, one of them got rescheduled, and then I won the one there on Mary Street, which I'm going to use for a rental. Let's go back to these numbers real quick. So total investment 34,410. Now once again, my numbers are pretty strict, but sometimes I'll go up above it. So market value, like I said, anywhere 50 to 75K. There's fixer uppers in the area going for about 40 to 50. There's some renovated homes in the area going for about 90 to 100, but they've been sitting on the market for a while. So I'm dropping it a bit, and I'm going to play a safe number of about 60K, right? 60K. I always try to overestimate on these numbers, right? I always overestimate on these numbers, and then I try to underestimate a little bit on the ARV, and that always keeps me pretty safe. So, and then I play at 50%, right? I'm not going above 50%. I've even picked up, some of these houses a little bit lower than that, and it's amazing. So I'm not going above 50%. So my maximum bid, I had it at 30,000. Total investment, I had at 30,000, right? Which means my max bid, I was actually over, right? I was negative 4,010. And I almost didn't want to bid on this one. And then I told myself, look, I'll only get it if I get it for the minimum bid. And I did. So rent here, we're gonna get this one for about $800 a month in rent. It's a 2-1. That's what they go for in that zip code. It's gonna give me about $9,600 a year gross. Taxes are really low on this property. Like I said, they're only $700 a year. So net I'll make about $8,900. I'm going to make sure that the renovations that I do, that way the renovations I do are going to be good. That way I don't have any maintenance, hopefully for the first 2 years, unless I just get some bad tenants in there, which hopefully I won't. But anyways, that's how we broke that down today, and that's how the January 5th auction for Nueces County went. And that's where we're at right now. We picked one up. Now I just have to wire these guys the money, and then that's it. We're good to go. Like I said, I already had $2,000 here. Because the way you do this is if you want to bid, you have to put a minimum amount, like a deposit. So you got to put 5% of whatever you think your maximum bid's going to be. So I always keep like $2,000 in there, and it allows me to bid up to 40,000. If I see a property that I want to bid more for, I just got to put a little bit more money in my deposit. So I got 2,000 in there. I'm going to owe these guys 17,510. So I'll go ahead and wire them the remaining balance here in a bit, and then they'll get the paperwork going. They'll send me out that deed, and I will probably get to Corpus next week and start cleaning this property up. I got some landscapers there that I'm already in contact with. I probably just call them and start getting some estimates now, and maybe even get all that cleaned up before I even get out there. Anyways, this is how it goes. This is how you pick them up, and that's it, baby. Rock and rolling.